Hi, my name's Paul Thurman. I am from Texas, USA, and I'm coming over here to Cameroon to hunt with Mayo Oldiri in their concession that they have for Lord Derby Eland. So extremely excited to get to visit and see this beautiful country of Cameroon and experience West Africa. I've never hunted an area like this, and it's something I've dreamed about for quite a while, ever since I went to a safari club show and saw this humongous eland with the black stripe on his neck with these 4-foot long horns, and dreamed about the day that one day I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do that. And I'm so thankful that companies like Mayo Oldiri and Safari Club and Dallas Safari Club are keeping these wild places wild. So I'm just excited to get to be a part of this and be a hunter conservationist and have my money go to something as rewarding as keeping West Africa as wild as possible.
So this is the camp? Waterbuck camp.
As a lot of African camps are, this, you're in remote bush. It always amazes me how effectively these guys can organize a camp in the middle of pretty much nowhere and make it actually pretty luxurious. I mean, it's a great place. You got hot water and you can brush your teeth and a nice bed to sleep in and hot coffee in the morning and wonderful French cuisine in the evening. So we eat almost all the meat comes from what we hunt here, and very enjoyable meals and just beautiful view. I just really impressed in the overall process of how these guys effectively put together a camp from a little wood and a little straw and a little bit of concrete, and all of a sudden you have a viable, safe haven to come back to each evening and maybe have an ice cold beer or a sundowner around a fire. It's kind of warm here, so I like to stay about 6 or 7 feet away.
With the eland and stuff like, buffalo, especially with the caliber you're shooting, you just go right in the middle.
Yeah, so we were just driving along the river boundary here. We saw a couple of eland, and when we stopped to look, our herd just moved off. So as we came down the road, we had to get the wind right. So we got the wind right now. We're fixing to cut across and see if we can get inside the herd. Dan thinks there's probably going to be a good herd bull in there somewhere. There's a large herd in the back when they took off, so I don't know if we can catch them, but we're going to give it a shot. Sticks. You can take a shot. There's too much brush. There's too much. The ground's right there.
I'll push them. We can come hunt these guys again later.
Yeah, no, I just didn't feel right. Sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. I'd rather you don't take the shot and you don't wound one.
That was almost too easy. Almost.
You see the size of that guy's neck?
You come hunt with him, he puts you on a bull in like 2 hours when you get here. And I mean, did you see? Oh,
The neck on that guy was huge.
I almost said, screw it, I'm just gonna shoot through all that crap, but it just...
No, it's good. You did more.
No, really what it was, I don't want the hunt to be over with, so I just didn't take the shot. My professional hunter was slapping me like,
7 days time, you'll rethink it.
I'm alive in Cameroon, man. We've only been here a few hours, and Dan Amazing Moore put me on a herd of Eland, and the cameraman got to video some of it. I don't know, I was huffing and puffing, but what an absolutely amazing experience. Here comes the truck, so we'll move on over here. If you're sitting at home right now and you're thinking, I want to do the next level hunt, you've been hunting South Africa, you've been wherever you've been hunting, this place. Nice to have the truck come pick us up because we've been walking, but coming on this hunt has been a dream for me for 10 years, 11 years ago. I saw 2 big giant Lord Derby eland mounted at the Safari Club show, and I promised myself I'm gonna go hunt those one day. And at that time, I wasn't ready, first of all, and I couldn't afford it, second of all. 10 years later, I've been dreaming of it, planning for it, putting the money back, booked it 2 years out. I gave Michelle a call. I told her, Michelle, I want to hunt Lord Derby. She set this hunt up. If you want to hunt real old West African situation, this is it. This has got it. This is everything I dreamed on the first day. I had my chance at a big bull. Probably should have took the shot. I may regret it, but in my heart, I just felt like it wasn't quite right. We tried to get up another few steps. I did not turn the bull down. I tried to get a shot on that bull. He busted us and he took off. And I got to see the big black dewlap flopping side to side as he trotted away, and I knew he was gone, maybe forever, but I think Dan thinks he can get back on him again, or another one like him. But I'm just a few hours into this hunt, and it is the most magical, amazing, unbelievable experience of my life. And I would strongly encourage anybody that sees this, give Michelle a call, look into doing this. When you're ready for the next level, this is it. I can't wait. I've still got 12 more days, so we'll get it done.
So we got on the same tracks this morning from the herd from the previous night. Bumped them, wind wasn't good, and they sort of took off a little bit with bad wind. We got on another group just before lunch, and we've followed them, and they've just crossed over into the park, so we just got to leave these guys and carry on and drive around and see what else we can find.
I'm in. Sounds good. So that's the park boundary, that river?
That river down there is the park boundary.
Smart Eland.
Yeah.
First full day one is in the books in Cameroon. This hunt exceeded every expectation. We seen a lion cross right in front of us on the road, trot by looking at us. We've seen giant Lord Derby eland. There are animals everywhere as we travel through the countryside. I would call this one of those hunts that for the last 10 years I've dreamed of it. It's been amazing to come to a place that actually exceeds your expectations. What you thought about, what you dreamed about, what you hoped to do. Cameroon blew it out of the water. We've seen Lord Derby eland herds. We've seen giant black-necked bulls with these 4-foot long horns that we tried to run down, and you can't do it, by the way. But you can try. And eventually, I know, I keep being told by Dan, eventually one of them are gonna stop and we'll get our chance. The little mud balls that are on the ground from the worms that are like golf balls, I'd heard about them, I got to experience them for real, and it's been an amazing process to walk over millions of little mud balls, but wouldn't trade a second of the day. We did a lot of walking today, almost closed the deal on a Lord Derby Eland, almost closed the deal on a big old roan. Got out and chased a beautiful red, I think it's a red flank duiker, the most brilliantly red little duiker I've seen. Beautiful. Couldn't get it done, but hey, there's always tomorrow. But this place is alive with wildlife and is a model for the conservation of Africa. You can see that the anti-poaching here is working. You can see that they put the money that we spend on hunting is being put back into the habitat and back into the animals. To see this many animals, to see these kind of herds, to be able to hunt with a real professional, to come into old world, true West Africa, just a magical experience. And at this point in my hunting career, thought I'd done quite a bit. This has exceeded my expectations. So it's been a great day. Again, it's our first full day, and my cup runneth over on this thing. So I've already had a great hunt. You could stop right now and say I've had a phenomenal eland hunt, and I'm really only one full day into this thing. So my friend Brent's already killed a monster Lord Derby eland at the other camp. They kind of split us apart. These Lord Derby cover a lot of country, and first day he got his bull of a lifetime. So I'm still chasing mine, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm enjoying the chase. I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying learning from a professional hunter in an environment with animals that I've never seen any of these. That's what's crazy is you see all these different animals, and many of them are unique to this area. Some of them are in other spots, but it's just crazy to see this many different species. I'm in a whole nother eco zone. The process to get here, the travel to get here is an experience in and of itself. I think our guns were checked 8 or 9, 10, 11 times. I mean, you just hurry up and wait. But even the adventure of getting here was an amazing process. So I would recommend it to anybody. Come to Cameroon. If you're ready for an adventure hunt for the largest antelope in the world, one of the most amazing trophies you could ever see, this is the place to do it. All right, my neck's starting to burn in my ball cap. I have a large head, so I have to order bigheadcaps.com. Got to plug them. I have to order these oversized hats. But it came in, I thought it was khaki enough. But Dan saw it and he thinks it's a little too standoutish, so he's fixing to give me some Cameroon As we're headed to the next area to go walking, and you do a lot of walking for Eland, we spotted this grand old western bush duiker, is what he told me it is. Just beautiful, ancient, got scars all over him. It's one of those unique trophies to this area, and it's definitely on my list of want to get, and this one is just a beautiful old bull. So happy to get a chance to get it. Enjoying learning about Cameroon, enjoying my new Cameroon camouflage hat with my horned frog up on top. So we're gonna get a few pictures here, enjoy the moment of taking a really unique trophy in a unique part of the world, and head over to another area that Dan says if we walk hard enough and long enough, maybe we'll see an eland. They spotted a herd of eland. The truck was, as it came through here, we decided to do our big walkabout, and the eland waited on us to get past, and then they decided to cut behind us. So luckily the driver saw a herd, so we're back to this spot. The chase is on. What are this? Les chasses d'Eland? I need to learn my French. It's on. So right now the wind, because of the way it's coming, is wrong.
Yeah, we just got to give them a bit of time, and hopefully they turn. That's our best option with this group.
So if we just keep tracking them down like we have been, we're just going to blow them out.
Yeah, so we're just giving them a bit of time. And hopefully they start to turn, because here it starts to become more grassy. It's more buffalo sort of country here. These ridges is where they're going to be.
You see, if you know where you're headed, don't wait for me. Just look, just keep sliding with your eye, just so you can just get a shot. I can't see what you can see through the scope. So
you just stayed on the sticks, I'd have shot him, because when I got off and I got back on, it was just his ass. His chest was completely in the rush.
Ça c'est le place nous regarde les deux, hein? Hein? Non, ici c'est la même place nous regarde les deux l'autre jour. How'd you feel?
Good. Felt good.
Hein?
It felt good. It was right up the shoulder. There's a lot of shit in the way though. If they push through all that stuff, we're good.
Give them a bit of time.
How do you feel? Well, buffalo. Right now I feel good, but nervous. You're always nervous every single time. Was it as good as I think it was? Did the bullet do what I think it's gonna do? Did I hit it where I thought I was gonna hit it?
Whack him again.
Hit him?
Good job. Nice buffalo. Nice buffalo.
You got the old Texas heart shot right there.
Nice buffalo.
Well, hopefully they meant to break his hip. Let's see.
One big one. Good job.
Man, those things are tough. Never seen this one.
Really nice buck. Well done. Nice big buck.
Beautiful.
We did it.
Buffalo before then.
Merci beaucoup.
So what we just did, and what Dan was hoping to find over here, was one of these old doggo boys he had seen last time. Two big doggo boys together. He thinks it's the same wide one, but I don't know. I love it. You find an old buffalo that's not in a herd, that's just pissed off and mean and old, kind of like my professional hunter and me. As we get older, we get a little like the old doggo boys. Just leave us alone, man. That's the kind of buffalo you dream about. So this obviously never ever hunted here, and this will be my first Savannah buffalo, but that's a proper hunt. And you got to learn to shoot through grass. Holy cow. He has no fear, it'll go right through there. Don't bring one of those little ultra mags out here. This is not the place for one of those high speed guns. This is an African rifle place right here. It's what they were made for. What a fun hunt. Now we're gonna get the cameraman to run over there and touch him and make sure he's still good. We'll be good.
I'm gonna watch this old fucker run quickly. Timmy,
not behind him. No. Just shoot off.
this guy is
Big buffalo.
no, still in him,
Let's do it again. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Big buffalo.
Big buffalo. Oh, look at that.
Big buffalo. This is the guy I saw the other day.
First of all, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good shooting.
Fulfilled another dream of mine.
Yeah.
This is Western Savannah buffalo, right?
Yeah,
Or just Savannah?
Northwestern Savannah buffalo.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell me about this thing. Tell me about this beautiful animal we just shot here.
Well, they only really occur here. As you go further south, you get the dwarf buffalo. So, yeah, no, these guys sort of between here and Central Africa, a couple in Chad, going up to Benin. But yeah, you get slightly different variances of their color, red, black to sort of reddish black, and this guy is mainly black. But you know, I saw this guy on the last trip, and he was with another single bull, and in the same area, not far, probably about in a straight line 300 meters from where I saw them. So when I got a look at him, I just needed to look at see his front, and I knew it was him immediately, and yeah, the rest is all history.
So we're chasing Lord Derby Eland. 10 minutes before this, whole herd, big herd bull. I'm still in that Americanized, brush gets too much brush. I'm still leery of shooting through too much brush. Dan's trying to help me Africanize my bullets into the animals, so I'm getting there. 10 minutes later. So even before that, we're locked down on hunting Lord Derby Eland, but Dan had said a couple times, he goes, hey, exceptional roan, exceptional, and he had mentioned this buffalo. He said, we saw an exceptional, really wide, old solitaire, right? Isn't that what they say for the doggo boy? Solitaire, a lone old bull that actually is running with another one. Yeah. Wasn't it two together?
Yeah.
So luckily he made an exception.
No, for sure. You have to, especially after Eland kicked our ass this morning.
Yeah.
They really handed it to us.
I think we walked almost 8 hours this morning, continuously.
We got fixed.
And I'm not built for that.
And the driver saw more Eland than we did.
Lots of fun. But I just want to tell you thank you again. What an amazing trophy. And if you want to hunt a different kind of buffalo, are these buffalo as aggressive as Cape buffalo?
They will be as aggressive. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. They are every bit as aggressive as a Cape buffalo.
He dang sure when he stood up wasn't too afraid of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but well done. Good shooting, and it's always nice to finish off.
Great day, end of the day.
Day like that.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Well done.
What a buffalo. Alright, so here we go. We're on day 4. There's technically day 5, but the 4th full day of hunting. The first day we were only here for just a couple of hours. I think we're fixing to take a little walk down the road looking to see if any eland cross this ridge. There's a salt lick somewhere down here. We're gonna go check that out, I think. And we're not bringing any water, so this should be a short walk. And for Dan, a short walk's like 2 hours, 3 hours, you know, not our normal 7.5, 8 hour freaking walk through the minefields. But here we go. It's still cool this morning, so I'm enjoying the what's cold to the Africans feels kind of cool to me, but you give it about another hour and the heat will be on. It looks like, if you look back at the sky again, they have a thing here called the harmattan, which is a Sahara dust. It looks like it's coming back, or at least it's blocking some of the stars out, so definitely can see a whole lot better than before. But here we go, see what happens. Hey, I don't understand their French mixture, tribal mix that he's talking, but I think he just asked the tracker, where did you put the eland? They're having a good discussion, and now I think the tracker said, let me show you where I put the eland. So Hinku reminded me to make sure my scope was turned down, which I did after the buffalo. But I noticed a good pH. Dan always keeps his, if you look over there, his service rifle, he always keeps his scope at 1 power all the time, ready to go. Easy little walk. These are only an hour or two. It's not like the death marches the last 3 days, so. Made a nice little jaunt through eland country. No eland, but I enjoyed it. We stayed on game trails a little more this time, so. We were scanning for eland rather than tracking them hard, so we were able to pick our footing a little bit better. It's fun though. Slowly. It's a females. Okay. I'll tell you when the males come. Let me make sure. Wait, he's not there. He's not there yet. He hasn't come through the gap. He's coming through the gap. He's breaking a tree. No, that's a female. That's a female. That's a female. That's a female. This is the male. Can you see him? Yeah. Shot. Right. Very good. Very good. Good job. He's a good male, man. Hey, Paul. Hey, fucking eland hunting's not for pussies, eh? Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Let's go. We still gotta get up into it. Thank you. Oh my.
That is a big eland, man. Man, you whacked him perfect.
I heard that. Boom, donk. I think he's at the end. Oh, got a good shot?
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me side up. You got that camera? So, a Western duiker is something I wanted so bad. He made an exception for me while we were eland hunting because it was a bull of a lifetime. I meant to shoot him mid-body and hit him right beside the shoulder. On the buffalo, to the right. We sighted the gun in last night in the dark. This gun was off 5 inches to the right. Dan ran through the sand for me in the night with a lantern. Had a lantern down there so we could resight the scope. It must have got knocked off in the truck. And I'm so glad we had to wait all these days and that you tried to kill me out here. This
is a brute. Big. Man, growing.
Proper. Is that what you say, right? You Africans? That's a proper eland.
The proper eland.
Proper. Look at the black band. Oh.
He was the next in line, but he kept breaking the bush, and then a female came.
Yeah, you said he's next, and I was off. I was ready to go, and then you're like, "No, it's a female." I'm like, "No."
Because let me tell you, with that issue, you don't want to make that mistake. But man,
I was just telling myself, "Stay calm, make the shot, stay calm."
That was a good shot.
He appeared. I don't know. I didn't know how to explain it with this armatan dust, and it was like we were on another planet, another world, which really we are. If you've never been to Cameroon, Western Africa, it's like you're in another world.
Shit.
I mean, this is just, he just appeared out of the mist is what it looked like.
And it's incredible that we're about to go whack a roan.
You were about to break your rule.
We were about to go whack a roan. And we
You were
saw eland in the backyard.
You were about to let me shoot something.
So, last four days, these things have been kicking our ass properly. We put in some miles for them, mate. And you know, today, even this morning, it was a little bit dire. You know, we'd seen a bit of sign from yesterday, and nothing really fresh, nothing to go on. And then we had like an early lunch. Decided to
give your client a nap. I didn't get one yesterday. I didn't sleep good last night. They're wearing me to the bone. I mentioned this morning, I need some rest today somehow. I can't keep going like this.
So I did give you an early nap.
I got my 30 minutes in. It made a difference.
It was an hour.
Oh, an hour. Whatever it was.
Anyway, so yeah, we had a nice nap, had a nice lunch, sort of started again fresh, and we were coming over here to see if we know eland like to come to water here. We came here looking for tracks, and then we saw that roan, and I was about to switch over and say let's go to that roan.
I gotta break in on you here. He's been running us like animals. We see a shooter, roan, no, eland. This cob, no, eland. He was about to break his rule and let me shoot a roan. he was about to go. We're eland hunting, but he's about to make an exception. And then, what's in the background?
Yeah, luckily we spotted these guys in the background. No, like you said, luckily we spotted these guys in the background.
Not we, you spotted them.
Yeah.
The pro.
And then then we got they were in an open spot where we couldn't really get to them. There was a lot of cob, a lot of other game there, so they would have just spooked. So we had to come around into the thicker brush, and fortunately we sort of had them walking in front of us, but we got to a point where we really couldn't have got too much closer, and we just had to take our shot when he came out. And yeah, you made a perfect shot. It was quite a bit longer than we like to.
Two trees, 18 inches.
Yeah.
Grass, just like you said. You're not going to get a perfect broadside.
No.
Practice.
But he did, he came out and you smoked him perfectly. He was dead as we got up to him. Perfect.
A lifetime. a lifetime dream ever since I've seen a mount of this at the safari club. Couldn't believe it, blew me away, and I knew one day I have to go do that. I have to live that. And this is I've done quite a bit of hunting in my lifetime, and I'm not even close to these pros, but this one's top of the top shelf. To push me this hard physically, feet, back, hot, dusty, dirty, cut, just everything you dream of in a hunt, a real hunt, an African hunt. Like they say, you earn it. This one we earned.
Yeah. And you've got a few blisters on your feet too.
I've got about 6 blisters,
show for it, so.
Yeah, and 150 cuts, and yeah. But I switched to tennis shoes yesterday, and you brought your Converse for luck today, as a nod to he finally broke us from our boots, and then he decided he would join us for a day with some tennis shoes in the bush, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, we just had to change up our luck a bit, and it worked
helped.
perfectly. So well done, Paul. You did really well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for making my dream a reality. I just look at this thing. Beautiful.
Most welcome, and great trophy.
All right. Well, thank you.
Nice trophy. Well done.
Thank you. Well, I got another one of these unique little animals from Cameroon, the bohar reedbuck, as I was helped with the exact pronunciation. But we've seen a few of these little guys. This is evidently, again, I'm not an expert. I've only seen about 300 of them, but this one is a mature bull. It looks like he has really good mass, good horn length, good curve, symmetry. They just they don't stay still very long. So a very good friend of mine now, Dan Moore, taught me a little saying. I followed reedbuck long enough to know not to follow reedbuck. These little suckers do not stand still very well, but the trackers or Dan, I'm not sure which one, spotted him at a distance behind a bunch of brush. So I think he felt like he was so well hidden he didn't run. We were able to get off the truck, get on the sticks. Unfortunately, there was quite a bit of grass, brush, stuff that I pushed that 404 through, and did not get a perfect hit. It happens sometimes. It's an unfortunate reality when you're hunting. You can practice with your rifle, you can try to do everything right. Sometimes, whether it's a small deflection from one of the pieces of grass, or it's just more than likely human error and my fault that bullet went about, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches the wrong direction, ended up hitting him a little too far back. was not as a clean and quick kill as I would have wanted it to be. We did have to do a follow-up shot to finish the animal. The trackers and Dan did an excellent job of finding the blood trail, seeing the tracks, reading and understanding the animal, and getting me set up so that I could finish what I poorly started. But it doesn't take away from the grandness of this old bull who's lived his life wild and free in Africa, and not stuck in a fence or raised in a zoo. This is an animal of Africa that has lived on his terms with the lions, with the leopards, and today he's feeding us. I've eaten reedbuck before. It's always been really, really good. That was one of the first things. I noticed the trackers are pretty happy, and Dan said this is really good meat. So it's going to be exciting to get to nourish my body and everybody else's from the meat from this animal, and know that here in Africa, when you take these animals, there's no grocery store here. When you take these animals, every single little piece of it is utilized for the humans that live here. So blessed to be a part of it, honored to be part of the tradition of hunting. Learned a lot, paying attention to guys that do this every day, all the time. It's just been a unique experience to see an animal that I'll never get a chance, and nobody's ever going to get a chance to see one of these unless you come here to Cameroon. So if you're sitting out there and somebody sees this, give Michelle a call. If you want to come see something most people will never in their lifetime get to experience, you'll get to actually live it. Make that phone call, come over here, watch a master at work. Line track, beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Next to my 404 Jeffrey bullet. Big cat, man.
He almost stepped on your bullet there. Eh?
He almost stepped on my when I see him. Let's see if that was mid-body. So here we are in Cameroon, West Africa. So this is the oribi, one of the tiny antelope. We've seen quite a few of them. There's actually been quite a few in this terrain. I was surprised at how many oribi we've seen. This one's I took one in Mozambique. This one, he seems to have more red, and his hair is a little smoother than what I was remembering from the oribi that I took in Mozambique. So unique little animal, distinctive. Definitely like to stand in that tall grass. And these are one of those animals you've got to trust your pH. I don't judge oribi very well. I've heard, hey, if it gets to the tip of his ears, he's a good one. So that's about all I know. One of the things that Dan was pointing out is this secondary growth he's looking for in some of these older bulls, where you can actually see as they age, I guess that secondary growth kind of elongates, and he was definitely pleased to see that, which me too. That's the whole idea of having these hunting concessions and the conservation, is to get old bulls like this that, you know, lived a long life and provide somebody like me a lifetime memory. And a little bit of meat. This thing will go down probably pretty quick. But again, the wonderful thing about Africa is every single piece of this animal is going to be utilized. So great trophy, great little hunt. These little animals are quick, little tails are twitching, and it's get on the sticks and get it done, or they're going to be gone. So enjoyable, nice species to kind of add to my look at that. I've hunted an oribi in Cameroon, so pleased to get him and pleased to get an old bull. So nice day, and right now we're just enjoying the beautiful countryside.
That's it.
Son of Waterbuck. Whoa, that got my attention. Good one.
This is probably the biggest one we've got so far this year.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Well done.
Thank you very
Good
much.
shooting, Paul.
Sing Waterbuck, right?
Waterbuck, yeah. But yeah, you know, this afternoon we sort of came here targeting these guys and red flank along the river. There's not a lot else. There's maybe a few cob in this area, but we've certainly seen quite a few bulls, Waterbuck, this afternoon. And we saw one. We had a crack at one a little bit earlier, but it just hit a branch in the way.
The branch, for my defense, it wasn't there, and then it jumped out right as I shot.
It always happens. But yeah, no, I mean, it hit a branch and the animal was not touched, so that's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
And then this guy just sort of trotted across the road, and we took our opportunity with this guy. I mean, I didn't have to look twice to say he was one we needed to take. So yeah, and just one shot and he was down. Well done, Paul.
Yeah, well, I'm a novice, but when I saw him trotting across the road, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's bigger than anything I've seen so far. So beautiful old bull.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, the bush, she decided to give it to us. She let him stand there a little bit too long.
Yep.
So the 404 did a great job.
No, it did.
Beautiful animal. So I noticed there's a lot of scarring. This isn't, I guess the territorial, they fight using the horns.
Yep.
Tear each other up, it looks like, because he's got a bunch of big scars on him.
Yeah, as they get older, they've always got scars, and, you know.
So this bull's probably headed down to the river to drink?
Yeah, I think he was heading up.
Coming
this time
back
of
out.
Evening, they right in the river. It's cold in the evening, and at night, so they want to come up and they want to graze, and they go to slightly higher ground, and then later tomorrow morning they'll be headed down to the river again, where it's a bit cooler and there's a breeze.
This is why you hunt with professional hunters, understanding the animal, the habitat, the terrain, the features, and a lot of the habits of these animals, which is, it's been really cool to have you, we're hunting this animal, we're going to go here, we're going to do this. I can just feel my odds of getting to see this animal or get a chance at this animal climbing with your tutelage and your expertise. So I thank you very much. That's my proper British word, tutelage. So great job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Great shot.
So Sing Waterbuck in Cameroon. Beautiful. So Dan's got a little spot here. It's close to where I shot my Eland. There's good water down on the river. So for cob or roan or hartebeest or zebra, which don't exist here, or pato mache, which are Red River hogs, which he says he's seen like one here in his entire career, but if we see one, I get to go after it. So I'm saying I'm hunting that too, but we're just really looking for any one of those three animals that might be in this pretty good sized little floodplain here. So we're just gonna walk through real quiet with the wind.
See the male under the tree.
Here he comes. Wait. He's dead. He's dead. You shot him all. Laat die been. Goed. Die bushbuck daar.
The wind.
We have the wind. Oh,
Wind perfect.
you couldn't have set this up any more perfect.
You really couldn't have.
I just got a roan. What a beautiful roan, man. Well, he walked right. I mean, it was perfect setup. They came right by us. A lot of animals.
Shot. Good stuff.
Well,
Well done,
thank you
Paul.
very much.
That was a very nice, easy, close shot. We had them, we were walking a section of the river again where there's lots of water, a lot of stuff coming down to water here. These guys were coming way from the park, I guess. And they walked, what, 40, 50 yards from us?
Yeah,
Walked
close.
right up to us, and he was standing broadside. Wasn't even interested in us, just only interested in the females, and
Yeah.
he was dead within 20-30 meters
Yeah.
of where you shot him.
You literally got me within, if I'd have had a bow and arrow, no problem.
Yeah,
Clean, broadside, 40-yard shot.
no, it was brilliant.
All animals, that's how I want
Yeah.
them all. Every time we're just standing still, they walk right up to us, presents a broadside, turns perfectly, not looking at us.
Yeah, whack him.
Didn't know what hit him. Didn't. Matter of fact, when he ran, he actually ran in a loop. I thought he was fixing to come out into the middle of us, which you see on the video. But so
Yeah.
this is for anybody that doesn't know, and to remind me when I get old one day and watch this video. I'm pretty sure I'll remember. But this is a
Western roan.
Western roan, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Western roan. Yeah.
And I notice look, I don't know if you call that secondary growth, but it looks like it has smaller rings at the bottom. Is that where he's
Yeah.
growing out, coming
Yeah,
out?
and you can see he's all chipped and a bit broken at the bottom of his horns there. He's a nice old bull. You can see he's scarred up around his mouth, his face, his neck.
I saw the rip on the lip.
Yeah, his lip is ripped open.
Somebody
He's got
pulled his lip ring out.
Yeah. But no, he's a beautiful bull.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very
So
good
is
shape.
good to eat.
Good eating.
We're going to be eating this, right?
Yeah.
Eland is phenomenal, by the way. Reedbuck is phenomenal, by the way, and I'm excited to try roan.
Yeah. Roan
So-
is good.
I know the guys are going to get the bulk of the meat, but hopefully we can get a few parts for. And we got biltong. Would you make biltong out of roan also? Is
Yeah.
that good meat for that?
Yeah, good meat for that.
So I'm excited
Yeah.
to try some homemade biltong here. But what a grand plan! And once again, Dan, the master, we're very good at his craft. Put us in an excellent position right in front of where the herd would be, and makes my job is to follow and make a good shot, which I try to do really good at that. his job is the other 99.2% of what this is to get it done. So I appreciate hunting with somebody and seeing a master's class in professional hunting in West Africa. So I've really enjoyed watching and learning and just seeing your animals and know your terrain. So that was a brilliant stalk and a beautiful animal for me. So a memory I'll keep forever.
Well done, Paul.
Thank you.
We'll just go slowly. The wind is not great. It's quite open in these areas. So we can wait.
Might have been a little to the right. God dang it. It was a little to the right. Might have been a little to the right.
Beauty, eh?
Shit, yeah, he's pretty.
Good job, man. Good job, Paul.
I hate those quarter on.
Good job.
Merci beaucoup. You called it. You said you'd seen a giant cob over here and you wanted to motor back in here. Didn't get a nap today. We did get to jump in the ice cold swimming pool for a little bit and then it was off to the races. He wanted to get way down there. It's a river. What river is this? Do you know?
This is the Waimba River still.
The Waimba River.
Same river that we're at by camp, but we just followed it like sort of 20 k's up.
What a plan. You called it. You said there was a big cob up here that you wanted to go try to find and it looks like you found him. You spotted him and I didn't really do a whole lot other than get out of the truck, listen to my pH, and then make the shot. He presented kind of a 3/4 facing to us and he spotted us, so you put the sticks up, said slowly get that shot, this is it, or he's gonna be gone.
Yeah. But yeah, he made a great shot and yeah, here we are.
So
and he's a nice old bull as well. That's the
Yeah.
most important thing with these trophies is they've all got good age on them.
He's a brute.
And it's we're just lucky that he's long and he's got good mass as well. You know, that's just that's a bonus.
So is this animal, where do you hunt, where else can you hunt this animal? Only here? Are there other places?
You can get them in Central Africa. I'm not sure about Benin and those sort of places, but yeah, the only places I really know of are here in Central Africa for these cob.
Unique trophy that you want one. Come to Western Africa, come out here to Cameroon, and one of these can be yours too. So thanks again.
Well done.
Excellent
Good job.
Yeah,
Yep.
just following along, learning.
This morning we're going to go for a walk along the river.
Okay.
And targeting red flank and bushbuck. So hopefully we can come up with at least one of those this morning and target the other one this evening. But yeah, might come up with nothing. It'll be a nice walk anyway.
Yeah, it'll be a good walk. What about potomache?
Oh yeah, there's a chance of seeing those.
Red river hog.
Very small chance, but there's a chance.
Drift, thank you. I didn't think it was that close. It is.
This is the same one we saw the other side.
Is it? That's a giant.
He's a good one, man. Well done.
Giant.
Yeah, there was no time to stick stuff on my phone.
No. I'm just glad you had your ears covered. He reached back and he grabbed my hand. I'm looking out here. Every time we've seen him, it's been way out in the distance, and I'm looking. It's like, oh my gosh, he's here at 15 yards. Hey, thank you very much. Your plan, as you explained it, is exactly what happened. Why don't you tell me what all we were doing this morning and what were we targeting and how did we end up with this beautiful?
Well, we came here to target these little guys and bushbuck. We saw two shootable bushbuck, but maybe this early in the hunt I don't think we should settle for those kind of trophies just yet. And then these guys were giving us the slip all morning. We must have seen, I don't know, 4 or 5 different ones, but just never got a really good look at them or anything. And then right along where these tamarind trees and stuff are, I always get a good feeling with these sort of places where there's deep shade for these guys. And we were walking and he was just, I don't know, maybe 20 meters in front of us. There wasn't even time to put up the sticks. You just took a nice offhand shot at him and he went straight down.
And done.
And he's a nice male.
Yeah,
as far as red flank go, this is a really good trophy. He's got age, he's got length, he's got everything.
So you were saying the females are actually bigger than the males?
Yes, in body size, yes.
In body size.
Yeah, they don't have horns though.
So
but from the side sometimes, what they do have is they've got a little center sort of thing of hair that comes up. And so when you look at them from the side, sometimes it can appear like they've got a horn, set like horns, but you got to look at them from the front as well, or when they're walking away from you. You can see that set of horns.
You weren't looking at his oversized.
No.
That scrotum is magnificent compared to the size of his body.
Exactly. I don't know how God blessed these things with such
large family jewels, but they got the prince's ransom hanging down there. I'm telling you. Also, it's so nice hunting with such a good professional. When we sat down here, he was nice enough to put me next to the water where we keep seeing bubbles. I keep glancing back thinking, hey, whew. So beautiful. So this is different from the red duiker in Mozambique. I got one
same
of those.
sort of family, but yeah, they are a bit different. You'll see the coloring and everything like that.
Looks a lot smaller.
Quite a bit different, yeah.
Beautiful. So
but
red.
They are beautiful, yeah.
How did they call them in French again?
Flanc rouge.
Flanc rouge.
Yeah.
The red flank. Well, it was one of the animals I really wanted to get. I love the little duikers, so I appreciate you laying out a plan and taking us for a beautiful walk down the river. And
for sure. They're the toughest of the small animals to get here in the savannah. But yeah, we got one first try, so it was good job.
Beautiful. Yeah, and I just follow along and pull the trigger, so it's your skill. I appreciate it. Excellent. Thank you.
Today we went looking for bushbuck and red flank. Managed to get a red flank yesterday morning. This morning we've gone another section of the river. We're going to look for bushbuck. Hopefully we'll find one pretty quickly.
That's the plan, huh?
Yep.
Shot, that's it. Yeah, or no? No.
Did you see him a second time?
Yeah, there's a lot of brush there.
Looked like a hit. Second shot.
Good stuff. Good job. Thank you. Oh, wow. What a beautiful brand.
Beautiful, eh?
We took off this morning in search of these guys. Came along the river. We walked for quite a long time, it seemed, before we actually saw one. We saw a couple females, and then we saw him not far long after. And one look, and I knew he was a shootable male. So
Beautiful.
and you put a good shot on him. So
this is the harnessed bushbuck.
this is the harnessed bushbuck. It's the smallest of all the bushbuck, but probably one of the prettiest.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You can see that beautiful harness on the side of him there.
That
yeah.
white stripe. That's what where it
Yeah.
comes from, the harnessed bushbuck.
Yeah, and their markings are very distinctive on these guys. They're really beautiful. What they
Stunningly beautiful.
lack in length and the horn and size and body, they make up for in beauty on their coat.
And we've seen most of these seems to be around this riverine green habitat. I guess that's what they like.
Because it's a particularly dry year this year, they sort of suck down into the drainage lines where there's a lot of greenery, and that's where as you can see, he had obviously been eating this morning, and he was actually on his way up to find some shade. That's where we bumped into him. So yeah, well done on a good shot, and yeah, it was a great hunt.
I did my small part, make the shot. You did yours, which is figure out where to go, where's the habitat, where's the animal, how to place me, make sure it's all right. Once again, kind of follow your pH.
But a luck never
Learn.
hurt.
A little luck helps. But beautiful, stunningly beautiful animal, and very, very fortunate to get one. So thanks again
Well done,
very
Paul.
much.
Great job.
Perfectly. All went well.
Thank you once again. Your plan came together. So tell us the plan. Your plan seemed to work out extremely well.
Actually, it's pretty much the same plan we had for him last time. We know there's a bunch of hartebeest that come into this water here, and so we just walked in nice and slowly, and we saw this herd coming down nice and slowly, and eventually the bull stood nicely broadside, you know, in the riverbed there, and yeah, put in a good shot, and it was all over. And he's a beautiful old bull with, you know, horns that flare out, and he's just really, really pretty. Nice thick bases with secondary growth. That's what you want, you know.
Yeah.
Big bodied as well. Very nice.
So one thing I want to bring up is I'm a North American hunter primarily. This is my 5th safari over here, which I'm still a novice as I come over and hunt with the pros, but I shot him a little too far back, kind of the North American, just a little too far back. Would have been a fatal shot eventually. We did have to put another round in him, but these African animals are unbelievably tough. And if you don't hit them right inside, I call it the leg zone, right up from the leg, and that, I guess that seems like their heart and lungs are further forward in the chest than what I'm used to. Obviously, in this world, I have to adapt to the way it is, but I wish my shot had been a little bit further forward. It wasn't. He didn't go very far. He laid down in the shade, and we were able to finish. But remind yourself, we're not in North America here. That shot needs to be up into the shoulder. You need to be shooting big, heavy bullets that can get through a lot of tendon and bone in Africanized, tough African animals. So glad it worked out. Your expertise on making sure, letting him get calm, lay down, and then the follow-up and the finish to make sure.
And we were lucky he was facing away, so we had some nice sand to walk on, not the leaves that we're normally crunching on. So
well, I thought you planned all that.
No.
You knew he would lay that way and the sand would be there.
It was planned. Yeah.
Everything else has worked perfectly. I would believe you on that.
Yeah.
So every now and again, the bush, she favors us. So I think we paid our bush tax and that 50 miles of walking to get our eland, and now she's cut us loose. So it's been an amazing, wonderful, fabulous experience, and I love Africa. I just can't get enough of it. Thank you again.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's go dig up a python.
Yeah. Well, there is a massive underground system of caverns here. Crevices, ant bear, lion dens, hyena dens, snake dens. Whoa. So the guys have been following these holes trying to figure out, you can see, look over here. You can see the snake skins that have come out of one of them. They saw tracks of a big one going in yesterday, so we've been digging. After digging all through there, dead end. Then we figured out there's another system right here that he may be in, so we're trying to find him. But this is a lot of holes, so we're starting to come to the end of the journey on this particular mound, so it looks like we might be going somewhere else if we don't figure out where he's at here pretty quick. But I'm pretty sure today, the PH is here now. He's offered to crawl in there personally and find the snake. He said he uses his hand with duct tape on it, like they grapple for catfish. He said it'll work for a large rock python. They'll bite his hand, he'll just pull him out. I'm hoping to see that. We've been digging for 2 days straight, and they did say they saw some tracks, so they've been following these tunnels, and we finally got all the way over to the end, and the little guy who can get down in the hole pretty good spotted the edge of the snake. So there is a python up underneath there, so we're gonna open it up. We're gonna try to go traditional with a spear, see if we can get it done. So we're gonna try to do it with a spear if we can. Hopefully he's big enough, so we've got to open it up enough. We're gonna try to put the camera down in there to see if we can see him. Dan thinks he can look at the coloration and decide how big it is, so hope that works. And then Dan's gonna stick his hand in there, let it strike him, pull him up where I can stab him, and we'll call it Python Day.
Dan, how do you feel about that?
I think it won't go down quite like Paul's hoping, but
Now you're left-handed, so just don't use your left hand. Don't use your trigger finger. Use your right hand.
Let's go play one. Yeah? Ready for you? He's coming with his head.
Is it?
Yeah.
Head's coming out?
Bien. Okay, here it is. Hey!
It's it?
Its fucking head is, I've got it. But it's a bit far back. It's a bit far back.
I see its head. Here we go. Think I should do it? That's it.
I think you got it.
That's it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, il a déjà prendre les têtes. Hein? Voilà.
Ah, I didn't break. Nope. God dang it, I didn't get him.
Hey, take. Watch out, he looks like...
Yeah. There's the head right there.
Hey.
Ah! Damn, sweet hair. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Nah, he can't go anywhere.
Let me pin his head. Let me pin his head for you. Paul.
The head.
Hey, but right on his spine.
There we go. You may have got his skull a little bit.
It's okay.
Now behind. That's fine. Now behind the stick. Do it once
I can't
behind
get
the
it.
stick. That's fine. No, just leave it.
Huh?
Let him unturn a bit. And then put it.
Oh la la.
Just put it once. Wait.
Where?
Wait for him to unwind. And you've got a place to put him behind the head, behind the stick.
Yeah.
Wait for him to unwind a little bit. I've got his head pinned. Don't worry.
Yeah. Hey, I trust you with my life, man.
For now.
Uh-oh. If you lose him, he's gonna bite me, man. Uh-oh. Putting some power on you now. I just can't.
Right, Paul, he's untamed. Okay, no, prendele. You see, okay, mettre les forces avec les forces. Paul.
Yeah.
Maybe try and get his tail. Maybe try and get his tail. Try and pull him quickly. Wait, I need to see the.
His tail is on the one on the front.
I need to see the head for the tail.
The tail is the one up by his head. The one closest to his head, that's the middle of his body.
He's stiff, eh?
His tail is, see that last one? He wrapped it around and killed it.
It's right here. It's right here. Bon, attention. Wait, attends. Wait. Tu prends de ça une fois. Un, deux, trois, allez! Come on, man! Allez! Allez! Attends.
Arrête la queue alors. Arrête la queue. Keep that push down. Push down.
Un, deux, trois, allez! Allez!
Allah sati.
Là, ça c'est la tête. Ça c'est la tête.
Hey, la tête.
Où est les... Viens. Deux personnes.
Here we go.
We're about to have the snake. Flip him over and I can stab him. Flip him, roll him.
Voici la tête là-bas. Faut remettre comme net. Wait, où est les autres? Where's the head?
Yeah. Attends.
C'est lui comme ça, il va dévaler.
Think?
He's not dead.
He's choked himself where I cut him.
I don't think he's choked himself. They can go a long time without us.
He's got a death on his neck.
Put it by his face and see what he tries to bite.
Yeah, he's getting there.
But man, I cut him both sides of him, cut to the bone.
Paul, stand in front of his mouth.
There we go. He's done. He's done. Is this going to be twisted? He's done.
Let me hit one more right here.
Let's
Let's just hold him. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Paul? He's like a 5 meter. Oh, he's good.
He's got a big one.
Oh, c'est prêt.
Non.
Non. C'est prêt. Allez, photo. Attends. Allez pour les routes, hein. I'm around you.
Voila.
Heavy.
Good job, Paul.
I just follow along, but congratulations.
Nice. Saving ammo again.
So we used a traditional spear on this. I didn't want to waste a bullet, or I shouldn't say waste a bullet. I wanted to try to do it with a traditional spear we got off the wall, so that was really cool. Made it a little more hectic for the pH here, but we got it done. What a beautiful, wonderful rock python. I think this is the only country in Africa that you can actually hunt them as a sport animal to import. So I'll be able to take the skin back and always remember the day that my PH got to eat fried python and python biltong. He's so excited. But tell us again, this was the second hole we had dug into,
The
right?
second hole, the last hole we dug for 2 days. We dug in for 2 days for that guy. Today, whilst we were hunting, the guys had seen this one and they were convinced there was a python in there, so we came here today after we failed on that one. And yeah, there he was in the last hole that we thought it might be. we left camp at 6 this morning. It's now what, close to 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Been a lot
We've
of
been here
digging.
digging all day, so it is a lot of hard work. It can be pretty mundane, but it gets exciting for all of 5 seconds.
2 minutes. I saw you jump out of that hole pretty quick one time when we thought that head was loose, so they got a quick strike to them. I did use the spear, it's a reptile, so you got to be super careful. They have a lot of nerves on their strike, so you want to make sure you get the spine severed. But what a fantastic, unbelievable, unique trophy.
Yeah.
So if you come to Cameroon and you want to hunt rock python, this is the
Uncle me.
expert. They love digging holes out in the middle of the Cameroonian countryside, but I really appreciate the fact that he got it done for me and stayed with it. And trackers did a great job following. Well, they saw like a trail, right, where they had moved in and out.
We had gone into the hole, yeah.
So they had a pretty good idea there was a python in there, and he picked the wrong dead end, and we were able to get to him. So awesome! Thank you so much.
Well done, great. This was a big trophy. This was one of the main things you wanted.
This is one of the ones I really wanted.
So
right here.
well done, and I'm glad you got it.
I am so happy with this thing. So I think that about wraps up. We're gonna go try to catch some Nile perch and just relax the next day and a half, 2 days. And
yeah, some vundu.
some vundu catfish. Can't wait. We're going fishing. We are out of things to hunt. We're taking the last day to do a little fishing for vundu and Nile perch. Should be a pleasant little evening on the river. See how it goes. Can't wait. I just want to see one. So this one's summing up Cameroon, and there really isn't any way to do it. I got to walk my feet off to get the eland of my dreams. I got to experience a true walking safari, getting after these eland. So I sit here and I try to think, what was my favorite animal? And I really can't answer that very well. Each one have been such a unique experience. The duikers that are here, I love the little antelope. There's very unique species here that you can't get anywhere else, or can't get easily anywhere else unless you want to go to CAR or some really crazy places. But here you're safe and you can actually enjoy the hunt. But probably the Lord Derby. We walked almost 50 miles. I had 2 different opportunities before that at mature bulls. But the bull that the bush wanted me to get, it took a little bit over 50 miles of walking, and it was an amazing experience to watch native trackers, to watch a PH at the top of his game, a master's class in professional hunting and professional hunting etiquette and skill and the ability to maneuver through the terrain and around the animals. It was, that's what you know, my job really is just to stay up with the pros and to make that shot. The real part of this is watching professionals work, watching guys that do this day in and day out with respect, efficiently, and keeping you safe. So the Eland would probably rank up there towards the top. One for me anyway. A lot of people probably aren't interested in it, but the python was really a unique experience. It is a lot of work. You are trying to find tracks, you're trying to find where they're moving, trying to find, is there a python that's taken over this hyena den or this ant bear den? And we finally, after a little bit of digging, got it done. Was able to use one of the traditional spears to dispatch the python, and for the rest of my life in my trophy room, when I look at that big monstrous python skin, I'm going to remember, hey, when I was alive in Cameroon, when I was experiencing it as real as you can get it. Many animals here that are unique and endemic to this area if you're a collector, but I'm a collector of experiences. I'm a collector of life events. So one of these days when my legs don't work like they used to, and maybe my mind is still there, but my body as I age, and I hope I make it to that point. If you're lucky, you get there. But one of these days, I won't be able to do this hunt, and I'll be left with my memories. And these memories that I've made over this 14 days is just, getting here is an adventure, being here is an adventure. And when you come on a hunt like this, it's the whole package. It's every part of it. Smile and embrace it. You're gonna have trials and tribulations, I promise you. You're gonna have some aches and pains and need some ibuprofen. But the reward is so worth the price that you have to pay to get here and to get to do this. So if somebody's out there thinking about doing it, do the research, give my old dearie a call, give Michelle Buchanan a call. They can put you in a place like this where it's magic. I mean, it really is. If you love Africa and everything about Africa, this is a part of wild Africa that needs our support. Hunters need to come here and put their dollars into these wild areas. It's gonna be, in my mind, it is the best and really the only way that's gonna save a lot of this terrain, a lot of this land. This hunting concession's right next to a national park, and it creates another buffer zone that pays for itself and protects the wildlife. It takes a small amount of the wildlife off, but it creates habitat for so many other wild animals rather than this human push. And human being, we have to have that. The human population here and everywhere else in the world needs resources, but we also need, for our children, for our heritage, you need wild spaces. And coming out here, put your money where your mouth is. If you wanna help, write a check and come out here and experience this. And it'll be like nothing you've ever seen. It's definitely nothing I've ever seen.